It is a great honor to meet you, sir.
Yeah, really good to meet you.
My name is Hong May I ask some question?
Yeah, why not?
I heard that there is British diplomatic policy about Asia, especially India and China. So I want to know about Korea instead of them.
It's a good question. I mean, traditionally, so obviously when we had an empire, India was part of our empire, so it's an ex-colony of the UK. So we have a long history with India, and we have a big understanding of India. So that's probably why you've heard more about the UK and India. China is obviously one of the biggest countries in the world, one of the biggest economies in the world, and we also have, you know, the Hong Kong issue. So Hong Kong used to be part of the UK, and there's also issues with Shanghai and stuff. So we have history with China as well. In terms of Korea, we have less of a long, deep history with Korea, but you know, we opened our embassy in 1880. We were, I think, the second country to open an embassy in Seoul. You know, we've had diplomatic relations for 140 years. We have a very deep and strong relationship. We fought in the Korean War, and more than 1,000 British troops died in the Korean War. We were the second biggest contributor after the US. So again, we have a very strong history. In terms of the future, we are very keen to increase our trade and investment. We have a very strong trade and investment relationship already. You know, Standard Chartered Bank is a huge investor in Korea. You know, on the retail side, Lush, you know, Lush, big British company doing very well. On the automotive side, Jaguar Land Rover. So that's big. But then also Korea is investing in the UK. So Samsung invests in quite a lot of infrastructure projects. So we want to increase that trade and investment. We also want kind of people-to-people exchange. So 5,000 South Koreans study at universities in the UK, and we want to increase that number. And we want to increase the number of Koreans generally studying in the UK. So I'd say mainly our future relationship looks very, very strong. And you know, with Brexit, countries like Korea, you know, big economies but growing economies outside of the European Union will be really important.
Thank you for your answer.
Thank you.